the Chile paradox. The South American country's vaccinated more of its population than most, yet coronavirus cases are soaring. What's going on?
As fall set in and temperatures dropped, Chile found itself in the grips of a second wave of COVID, prompting the closure of the international airport in Santiago to outbound flights for the month of April. Facing the prospect of our third winter in Patagonia under the threat of increased quarantines and travel restrictions, Chad and I decided to get out of Dodge. Unfortunately, as Chilean residents, we would have to wait until the travel ban was lifted or surrender our residency in order to leave the country.
Exceptions can be requested online, but will only be available for cases such as needing to travel for medical treatment or departing Chile without the intention of returning.
So we booked flights back to Los Angeles for mid-May and crossed our fingers that the travel ban would not be extended. After our ride to the Zamora, I was content to put my riding gear away for the season. Chad, on the other hand, used every opportunity to get out and enjoy his final days in Patagonia, even if it was just for a hike. With the future of the restaurant and our lives in Chile still undecided, we didn't want to leave anything in Patagonia that couldn't fit on the bike. With that in mind, everything we wanted to keep, we were taking back to Los Angeles. Everything else would be given away. That is, except for Keanu. Keanu was one of the many sickly stray cats that would hang around the brewery, trading her affection for food. I adopted her in 2019, a few months before taking an extended trip back to the States. It was clear after I returned that Keanu was no longer mine. Counting down the days, 2 weeks before our departure, we got some news.
The courts have officially taken control of the company.
A dubious victory at best. While at the same time, Chile extended the travel ban, the airline canceled our flights, and the region was plunged back into a draconian quarantine. One small step forward and 3 big steps back. Our only options at this point were to endure another winter in isolation, surrender our residency, or apply for a humanitarian exemption to the travel ban. After doing our homework and pleading our case, we were granted the exemption. Cleared to leave the country and finally able to reschedule our flights, we had 1 week to finish packing, find a home for Keanu, take our PCR tests, and drop off our moto at a friend's house. With that out of the way, we were finally able to breathe a collective sigh of relief, only to once again have the wind knocked out of us.
Very, very emotional day today. Today we have to relinquish the keys for the restaurant and the brewery, relinquish the truck, and we're basically, signing our rights over to the court system. We have absolutely no idea what the future has in store, and it's very distressing leaving the country under these circumstances. Yeah, I really don't know what else to say at this point. All right, last call. All she wrote.
Mere days before our departure, we were informed by our attorney that we had to remove any personal items from the premises and surrender the keys to the courts. After an unceremonious last call in an empty house and locking the doors for the last time, we prepared ourselves to leave the country, completely uncertain of what the future had in store. Early the next morning, with a folder full of confirmations, permisos, affidavits, and test results in tow, we embarked on a 3-hour bus ride to the airport in Punta Arenas. But the fun didn't end there.
They can't seem to find our flight. They've actually brought rows behind the desk for some reason, which, I don't know, I've never seen that happen before. It's not encouraging, though.
The flights we had booked, confirmed, and checked in online for apparently didn't exist.
I'm not sure what to make of it. Look, they even have her sitting down. They're going to give her a job. Look, she's now officially an employee of LATAM Airlines. This is amazing.
Luckily, though, after joining the airline union, they were able to confirm us for an outbound flight to Santiago. After a short flight and an even shorter layover, we were back in Santiago and through immigration.
Chad, gringo, feliz viaje.
That was very nice.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, very nice. Here we are, immigration.
So nice to the gringo.
Very nice to the gringos. Here we are, immigration, PD, yippee skippy.
Our original direct flight from Santiago to Miami had been rescheduled to Los Angeles via Lima, Peru.
So check this out. Oh man, this is sweet. Wait. All right, here we go. Oh man, this it's not even clean. Look at this. I can barely even see through this.
You should put our sticker on that,
Yeah, I
our
should.
logo.
Oh no, shit's falling off. I don't even know how to assemble this thing.
The Peruvian Health Department mandated all passengers on incoming and outbound flights not only had to wear a face mask, but a salad bar sneeze guard to boot.
My head's too fat. So apparently this was manufactured for tiny Peruvian heads, and they're not used to big fat like bean gringo heads like mine. I can't even get this thing to stay on my face. Pretty sweet. All right, I'm ready to fly. Let's go.
After months of uncertainty, we were only a 14-hour flight from home, or so we thought.
Hey babe, how's first class treating you? Pretty sweet, isn't it? Yeah, this is awesome.
We spared no expense.
We spared no expense. And it's nothing but champagne and caviar. Well, on a flight from Santiago to Los Angeles, I am now sitting at a TGI Fridays in Lima, Peru. I have no idea why.
Not only that, but despite having gone through TSA security protocols in Santiago, everyone on the flight was forced to disembark and undergo yet another battery of security screenings. This had been unscheduled, unannounced, and took passengers as well as many of the airline staff by surprise, further evidenced by the fact that the Lima ground crew did not want to let us board a flight departing Peru with a boarding pass from Chile. After a lot more confusion and some tense moments between confused passengers and overworked staff, we were once again back on the same flight, in the same seats, wearing the same splash guards. 7 a.m. the next morning, Pacific Standard Time, we landed, back on the Northern Hemisphere, on U.S. soil, less than 2 miles from where Chad grew up. From there, we had only to surrender our snacks and take a home pregnancy test to prove to the good citizens of California that we were fit for human consumption.
Swirl it so it gets mucus, he said.
Ow.
It was strange being back in the United States, especially a post-pandemic United States, where everything was eerily similar, but still slightly off. Gone are the days of spontaneous travel. Gone are the days of last-minute flights and hitting the road just because. We have no idea when the world will return to normal. We're not even exactly sure what normal was, but whatever it was, this certainly isn't it.
Yeah, there is some concerns. Chile does feel that they're a little bit the guinea pig for Sinovac, in that a lot of the results from Chile are being studied very closely to calculate the efficacy of this. People here are completely confused. People don't understand why, with all these measures, we still have 95% capacity in the ICU units. Right now, about 80% of the country is in very strict lockdown. You can only go out twice a week. People are completely going insane here. Really, the mental health issues are really going through the roof. People are not happy with this. There is a low-level rebellion going on against the government on all sorts of fronts. There's a lot of upheaval in Chile. It's not nearly as stable as it appears from abroad.